Ladies and gentlemen, here we go, and we move on to our next match of the evening, and it's back to the ladies' class for a battle between two of the best the sport has ever seen. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome the first of our athletes now to the table. She hails from and is representing Sweden. Please welcome this multiple Swedish national champion, multiple EAF European champion, and multiple champion of the world, the top row model, Sarah Backman!
Sarah Backman, one of the fan favorites, probably the most famous female arm wrestler on the planet. You can see the determination, the intensity, the focus on her face. Egle is her Everest, and she is ready to take her down.
Ladies and gentlemen, her opponent needs no introduction anywhere in the world of arm wrestling and is recognized universally as one of the greatest female arm wrestlers of all time. This lady hails from Lithuania and is a multiple Lithuanian national and overall champion, EAF European champion, and WAF champion of the world. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome Egle Vaitkute!
Lithuanian powerhouse, multiple-time female super heavyweight world champion, returns to the East versus West stage. Last time she was here, she faced Gabriela Vasconcelos, lost her matches. Now she's facing Sarah Backman. Sarah has been trying to beat Egle for a lot of times, for many, many years. Sarah just 31 years old. Feels like she's been pulling forever. Egle, 38 years old. Both weighed in at 80 kilos. This is a right arm world championship match at 80 kilos for female class. Sarah versus Egle.
Take a grip and I want to see knuckles, okay?
I want to see a little bit better view for the grip. Feel like both are aiming for that top roll, fighting for that top knuckle right here.
Knuckles and rotate, and I want to see
We're
knuckles,
scheduled
okay?
for 5 rounds in this
knuckles.
championship
Girls.
matchup.
Knuckles.
Egle versus
Stop.
Sarah.
Referee's grip.
Referee's grip.
Okay, you want up or down?
Close.
Sarah looks very, very focused. Egle looks a little bit more relaxed.
And don't move your hand, you will be
Sarah
first, okay?
is a true
Don't
professional.
move your
She
shoulders.
is here to do job,
Don't
and
move,
her
okay?
job is to
Same
win,
level
and this
here.
is what
Same level.
she wants to do.
First, Sweden. I want
Second
to see
female
knuckles,
match
okay?
of the card, second Swedish athlete, right now living in USA, Sarah Backman.
Don't move. Go!
Egle gets the wrist. As they slip, Sarah goes under.
Hand on top there, Egle Vaitkute.
Looked strong.
Not too much of a surprise. You really need to experience just how big the frame of this lady is.
Down.
Truly massive bone structure. Look at the thickness of the hand, thickness of the wrist, the fingers. No spare, everything frame. Supremely humble lady, this as well. If you meet Egle, she's one of the greatest arm wrestlers of all time in the female division.
And she's like,
Super
you know who
humble.
also does that? John.
Wrist. Like that. Don't
Really
move, okay?
lovely individual.
First Lithuanian.
She's going to be put to the test here.
Close.
Sarah will change things up.
Okay. Don't move
Sarah's
up.
come up
I
through
want
the
to see
weight
knuckles.
class. She
Down.
prepares
Feel
diligently.
like Sarah tries to go inside.
The start!
She
Oh
does.
my God!
Pops the wrist and just falls to the side. Egle Vaitkute gets the first one. She has taken this seriously. She said she changed everything in her preparation, in her mindset, in her training after the loss to Gabi. Both of these girls have lost to Gabriela Vasconcelos, and Gabi is definitely watching this match.
Look at that on the replay. Look at the power. Arm wrestling is a strength sport, and that was about strength. Look at this. Nailed the hand and wrist there and drove straight sideways, that big frame doing all the work. And some questions in the corner of Team Sweden now, some confidence in the lone wolf. Egle Vaitkute, she's such an impressive arm wrestler. So dominant over the years. You see this lady compete right at the EAF, the WAF, and very few times she's had any real competition, just absolutely decimates all in her path.
Yeah, there was a time when she was just going through everyone like it's nothing, and she got bored. Like, I know she got bored, and she kind of went away. And now we see a lot of new rising stars like Gabriel Vasconcelos surpassed her, as well as Barbora. Right now is the #1 female arm wrestler on the planet, and I feel like Egle wants that title back. She wants to be known as the best female arm wrestler, and this is her maybe coming back party.
Yesterday, Egle said, look, Sarah's really big now, but let's look at the hand and wrist. Let's look at the frame. Look at the hand of Sarah Backman and look at the hand of Egle. It's a different world.
And Sarah was pulling 50 kilo.
Yeah. It's a concerned look on the face of Fiaresik and Marlon Kleinsmith in the corner of Team Sweden. And straight after that pin, Sarah Backman turned round and glanced over at her corner, and you knew at that point she had just felt something very, very different. She's got to go through the gears now. She can't afford to feed into the match. Better.
Still
very defensive.
Very defensive.
Doesn't look like there's a great deal of attack there. And you know what I would try to do? I would actually take a leaf out of Frank Lamparelli's book, drop that shoulder, punch that lower palm forward, and see if she's got anything there, because trying to keep the knuckles high is not going to work here.
No, as Sarah cups her wrist, she's just scalping her Egle to get a better position on her.
She needs to engage that lower palm. She needs to feed forward. The height, the frame, and the top-end red line strength of Egle, they all look to be superior at this stage. Look how relaxed she is, Ray.
Center, go.
Look at the hand.
Move up, okay? Here to the same level.
Height difference, Sarah Backman 174 centimeters versus Egle 180 centimeters.
No, Egle
First, Britannia.
closes first, Sarah second. Oh my God. There's a power difference there, Ray, in that hand and wrist, and it's a big one.
It's, right now, I don't see any openings. Do you see any openings?
You know, the only one I see is guile, basically. So stop trying to arm wrestle like you're in the match from a power perspective. Let's listen in the corner of Sweden. Oh, actually, let's not bother, because there's no way that I understand that. I used to be a fan of the Muppet Show, and a lot of the things that the Swedish chef said thought sounded amazing, but I only know a few words in Swedish, and one of those is klart, and it only means finish. So let's get back to the action. Look at that from Egle.
Yeah, absolutely everything. Takes away everything. Just outmatched in strength.
The worst thing about that is there was almost a submission there from Sarah. She was submissive. She felt like she'd been overhauled, and the only opportunity she's got now is to try to be elusive. Stop trying to arm wrestle on power and run, Rabbit.
Yeah. Right now, she needs to try something. Either some false starts, try to hit the wrist, you know, change something up. You can't be doing the same thing, expecting the same results. This is the round to try to do those things. I think she will, but
I think she's going to try it, but is it enough? Egle, we might be just seeing a totally refocused Egle Vaitkute, who has been, as you say, maybe a little bit bored, maybe took her foot off the gas, and she's come back with a vengeance here tonight, and we're seeing the best of the Lithuanian.
And if we can compare some of the matches that, let's say, Gabi had versus Sarah versus this one, Egle is looking strong.
In this form, could she compete with Barbora? You wonder. She's got the frame.
This is for the 80 kilo female East versus West right arm world title.
Rotate and knuckles.
This might be the last round of this championship match.
As you said, it's very difficult to see a route back in for Sarah. Such is the dominance at this stage of Egle. This girl is, as I said at the start of the transmission of this match, she is one of the greatest of all time. Parallels to be drawn around what does the damage. People talk about John Brzenk and the dominant hand and wrist. Well, Egler's got that hand and wrist. She's got that dominance, and she's put it down tonight. Be ready, my God.
And she takes it 3-0. 3-0.
Tremendous hit. Tremendous drive.
Wow.
Two more rounds in this one. Maybe they will try something different. Egle will allow Sarah to get some positioning, but she's
down
just
the line. Right. There's no. I mean, there's just no option.
that hook is too much.
It's all encompassing. Look how far around Sarah's hand the fingers are. Look at that.
Yeah.
She's closed down.
Booms.
There's no option. I mean, short of trying to charge forward and try and bone line her, lower the arc, and then reverse out, which is a very brave move with a girl that much stronger than you. Look at that face on Sarah. She's going through the gears mentally, trying to think, is there an angle? Is there an option? What can I do here? By contrast, we look at the face of Egle Vaitkute, and she's
Hasn't changed. He hasn't changed since he walked out.
She looks like that
Yeah.
if she's out on a windy walk. She's absolutely unconcerned about this match. She hasn't got out of first gear, eh?
No. She looks just, power level is different. And this sometimes happens. If you look at both of them, Sarah looks strong. And we know Sarah is strong. Egle Vaitkute just outmatched her in any position right now. Just took away everything. Cupped the hand and just drives to the side.
I think that's one of the biggest problems that Sarah's facing there. The area, she needs to have some kind of hand in the match to be able to. This is an orthodox arm wrestler. Sarah's a diligent orthodox arm wrestler. And at the moment, her hand and wrist are not in the game.
Looks like Egle is gunning for a little bit of a top roll. Trying to get knuckles high.
Maybe she's just having a little experiment of her own, just seeing what she can do, how
Sarah
much rope.
definitely will hit inside.
Don't move. Go!
Scrap.
Yeah.
Knew that was
From
coming.
her shoulder positioning.
The
looked
arm
like
strength's there, Ray. I mean, the arm strength is there for Sarah, but she's not able to get it. There's no rubber on the road. As soon as the match starts, her hand and wrist are just swallowed whole. It's big fish and whales. There's just literally no comparison. And right now, Egle Vaitkute is really showing her potential here. And I'd love to see a rematch with Gabriela Vasconcelos, and I would love to see Egle get hungry, get aggressive, and go after Babora.
Yeah. She has the hand strength definitely to contest both of these women, and by performance of today, she's looking in incredible shape.
Really is. Totally resurgent. She's putting up that wall there, and it's a very difficult thing to knock over. Sarah Backman trying to find any angle, any route through.
Rotate.
Sarah was gunning for Egle for 11 years or even more.
Go!
And we see the strength difference is just too much. Even here,
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow. Sarah Backman just said, oh, wow. Yeah. Oh, wow. Wow again. That's good to see. Sportsmanship there and respect given to Egle Vaitkute. Sarah Backman is rock strong, and she just looked across at Egle and said, oh, wow.
Yes.
Like, that is a shock. Look upon one of the greatest female
I
arm
think,
wrestlers of
I
all
think at this
time.
point, because she thought maybe she just got to jump on me, and now she's like, damn, she's strong.
Yeah, really
just
strong. I
really
mean, there she got the opportunity, I think, to get a little bit of leverage and a little bit of power into the match.
Look at that hand. Hand cups, you can't get out. Pronator hold, side pressure back. Everything is in place.
The frame of Egle is ridiculous, and there's the horsepower. This girl is built differently.
The power is there.
Truly.
Definitely amazing performance, because I know Sarah is in great shape. Sarah might be probably showing up in her best shape, but yeah, it's just too much.
Yeah, it's interesting, mate. You look at the backdrop. When we next see it in shot, you'll see the backdrop, and the look on the face of Egle Vaitkute when that photograph was taken is everything that we are seeing here in this match. It's a new, refocused, resurgent, diligent, calm, and lethally effective Lithuanian star of the sport of arm wrestling.
I think the big difference in all these, especially in this match, is Sarah isn't naturally this big. She's trying to get big. She's, there's a lot of muscle. She's just trying to keep that weight. Egle is big. When Sarah was
God-given
pulling-
big.
Yeah, when Sarah was pulling 50 kilos or 55 or even 60 kilos, Egle was super heavyweight world champion of the world. And that is a big difference. We go in round number 5, and let's see how this turns out. Both of them are still fighting for that grip. I would say dominated strap. Yes, it still goes to the strap. Egle Vaitkute absolutely great performance. Sarah Backman giving her all, but she just feels outgunned. She feels like anything she's trying to do, it really isn't working. And it's a tough position to be in when you can't do nothing. Your opponent is just stronger. And that's what it comes to. Like, Sarah has the power, she has the technique, but there's people with more power, and Egle Vaitkute definitely is in the same class with, right now, Gabriela Vasconcelos and Barbora Vaichova. Round number 5, Sarah again is gunning. She might go for a little bit top roll, but let's see, because she felt the hook didn't work. No, she still tries the hook, and yeah, just too much, just too much. Egle Vaitkute 5-0 takes the world title in this match versus Sarah Backman.
Wow. Amazing. So good. So good. Champion.
A lot of respect between both of these athletes, and they were hanging out all weekend. And yeah, today Egle Vaitkute is back and super strong. From round number 1 till round number 5, same scenario. As Egle cups her wrist, Sarah couldn't do nothing. Yeah, absolutely. It's hard to talk about technique in this one when the power is just too much. Of course, there's technique involved where the coordination of Egle's movements are perfect. The wrist cups, and she just drives to the side. The power she generates there from the back pressure and side pressure is just insane. I can't wait to see more of her. I think this is a resurgence. I think she got the lesson she needed to get versus Gabriela Vasconcelos, and right now we will see definitely more of Egle Vaitkute. We just need to find her opponents that are strong enough to test her. Sarah Backman will definitely be back, and I can't wait to see more of her. Mindset is right there.
Ladies and gentlemen, wow, in the words of Sarah Backman. What an impressive performance, what a return to focus for you, Egle. I can see the calm on your face now. You really enjoyed that, didn't you?
Yeah, of course, but my heart is still beating.
Talk to me about that a little bit. Obviously, the talk yesterday at the press conference, this match had been coming for a long time. Sarah was chasing you for so many years. Did you feel that you were being hunted here?
Sarah has made a very good progress, so it was a hard fight.
Now, in the opening round, you looked so dominant. At that point, were you able to take your foot off the gas? Did you know, oh, I've got this, no problem? Or were you still concerned that there was other things coming?
I think things coming.
Now, I don't want to pull you into deep water any quicker than we need to, but if you take a little look that way, you're getting winked at by another champion here in East versus West. We've seen that some athletes, if they feel like they're dominant, will go to the next weight division. Could everybody, the fans at home, look forward to a match between Egle Vaitkute and Barbora?
It's a good match will be, I think.
Little time to enjoy it and then back in the gears. Ladies and gentlemen, your champion is Egle Vaitkute. She will get the belt from our champion Barbora.
Egle, Barbora, April 2024, Super Heavyweight World Title. Why? Okay.
Opportunism there from Engin Terzi. The belt is around the waist of the champion. Ladies and gentlemen, one more time, Egle Vaitkute!